All right, so first of all, my condolences go out to the family of Pamela Turner. She was executed by a suspected race soldier in Baytown, Texas last night. Um, and unfortunately, again, this is a typical situation that has been happening since the inception of law enforcement in 1789. The Judiciary Act of 1789 was the inception of law enforcement to capture and or kill runaway African slaves. And it has evolved into modern day legal executions of unarmed black men, women, and children. This was an execution of an undesirable. This woman was an undesirable. This woman was walking around her apartment complex trying to get back home. And the so called police was looking for her at trying to arrest her for a so called arrest warrant. She had a warrant out for an arrest, and the police was trying to actually take her into custody. There was a struggle. I'm not going to play the video. The video's out. You guys can look for it. It's on Instagram. It's on social media. I will not replay that video. But very graphic video where the woman was struggling. Basically, police and her struggled as he was trying to arrest her. And then after that, I believe he tried to tase her. He lost possession of his taser. She tried to grab the taser, and then after that, the so-called police officer executed her with about 5 to 6 rounds of bullets, and she died on site instantly. So again, rest in peace to Pamela Turner. So the media, of course, they're doing their damaged job to make sure they demonize this unarmed, innocent black woman. This is the picture that they have. They're posting on social media. These are the photos, all mugshots, all mugshots. And if you do a comparison and contrast to these white identity extremists, these school mass shooters in Colorado, right? These guys here, these are the pictures that came up with these guys. These mass shooters in the Colorado school, Devin Erickson and Alec McKinney. These are the photos that were released to social media that they found. But yet you want to compare it to Pamela Turner. You Google search her name, Pamela Turner, Texas. Only mugshots. Only mugshots. Right? So you guys know, if you guys have subscribed to my channel for a significant amount of time, you know how I break down the rules and regulations of why this is happening to black society, why this continues to happen since the inception of law enforcement in 1789. Law enforcement was designed to only capture and or kill slaves. That's it. Capture and or kill runaway black African slaves. That is it. So this is going to continue to happen until the system is completely eradicated, until the system is redistributed to black society, aka ADOS, aka American Descendants of Slaves, where the wealth and the resources are redistributed to black society. That's the only way. And of course, once the wealth and the resources are distributed to black society, then the system, right, would be in support of black society, will be leveraged towards and catered towards black society. So until then, this will continue to happen, man. This is going to continue to happen. There used to be an online database of unarmed, of just basically executions of black people in general. I believe it was called the numbers. I should have brought it up, but it used to be an online database where, or the Counted, my bad, the Counted. Yeah, it was called the Counted, where it would basically keep an online database of black men, women, and children being gunned down by law enforcement. And it was really intense. They in 2016 and 2017, but they stopped doing it. But you can go into the U.S. Census Bureau; they keep track of that stuff. But my point is that black society has always been in eugenics, population control. Again, this was an execution of an undesirable. The so-called law enforcement officer wanted to take this person off the street and arrest her. But instead of putting her in handcuffs, he felt the need to execute her because, of course, their scapegoat, their scapegoat tactic and saying they always like to do an excuse of executing an unarmed black person is they were in fear of their lives. Their lives was in danger. Therefore, they had to shoot. And the person resisted arrest. Typical, typical, typical. Stop resisting, right? And my life was in danger. Therefore, I had to shoot. There's always those two crutches that these so-called police officers, these suspected race soldiers like to use all the time. Very typical. Very typical. So, with typical uh, a typical response to this in terms of what the police is going to do after this. The police officer, I don't believe they released his name yet, but of course he's on paid administrative leave, so-called investigation to find out what's going on. Based off the video that's been shown, the dominant white society and mainstream media are going to favor the law enforcement officer, unfortunately, and say that he was in the right because his so-called life was in danger because the female Pamela Turner, and she said she was pregnant and she was not, and also the female Pamela Turner, they mentioned that she was had mental health issues, schizophrenia, stuff like that. So the favor is not in light of hers and is actually in light of this suspected race soldier. So it is, again, this is the system that's been built. This is the system that has been built and opposed to black society, and nothing will change until we have the wealth and the resources redistributed to black society in the form of reparation payments. Bottom line. So those are my thoughts about that, family. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about this story in Baytown, Texas. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at GMOGMediaTV. Until next time, family, Chauncey signing out. Peace.